I'm making some adjustments behind the scenes. I'm almost done. Get the music as well. What background music shall we go with today, chat? Anyone got any suggestions? If anyone's in the chat, that is. Let's take a look. And no one appears to be in the chat. How sad. Well, I guess it's up to me to decide. And I am gonna go with... let's do... no, not that. Is this it? I think this is it. No, no. That could work. Yeah, let's go with this, the menu music. Alright, chat, let's begin. Finds a phrase, a week 4 interactive novel, night 3, 12 a.m. You feel well rested and excited about going to work, just like you used to, until you slept inside the dark and dreary security office. Somehow all your enthusiasm deflates and you feel exhausted, as if you hadn't slept for 8 hours. As if you always been in this office. You will always be in this office. Wait, what? as if you've always been in this office and you will always be in this office. My bad, I missed you. You settle into the seat and sigh, feeling like you've aged 5 years in 5 seconds. It took you to come in and sit down. Oh, in the 5 seconds it took you to come sit down. My goodness, I need to wake up. Focus. Let's try this again. It must be this midnight shift. Working as night watchman, you lose touch with all the good parts of the job that motivate you each day. There are no co-workers to catch up with, and you don't see smiling kids' faces or hear their happy laughter. How sad. Just like how there's no viewers in this stream. And you don't get to see the animatronics the way they're meant to be seen, as entertainers instead of vengeful stalkers. When you go outside into the sunlight, your memories of the night before seem too dull and fade. When you are safe at home talking with Copelia, I cannot say that word properly, forgive me. You question everything that happened and you come to the same conclusion. You imagined it. It wasn't that bad. After all, you're alive. If the animatronics were really alive and hunting you, what would be your chances of surviving one night? 2? 5? Really darned slim. Maybe these lapses in memory are some survival mechanism. How can you go home to your daughter each morning and live a normal life knowing such horrors exist in the world? How could you leave her each night and come back to work here knowing you might not ever see her again? Only if you forget. But you always have a job to do. You've always been the responsible one. Even as a kid, no one had to ask you to do your homework before. before watching TV and riding your bike. You were and still are what they call an overachiever. And yet, you ended up working security at Freddy's. So many people don't understand that, but you tell them some things are more important than a fancy job and a big paycheck. I love those animatronics, and I make a difference when I go to work each day. Do you still believe that? Did you ever? You sit up straight and switch the security monitor. Time to make the donuts, you mutter. A child laughs behind you. Ooh, I wonder if that's Golden Freddy Cassidy. You spin the chair around and look behind you. There's nothing there but lockers and shadows. Pull yourself together, Ralph. Only 3 more nights. 3 more nights. Buddy? Unless you're counting the night you're on, you lost track. We're on night 3, Ralph. AKA phone guy. By the way, when is he gonna do his tape recordings for the next security guard? Unless if they left that part out for whatever reason. You begin as you always do, pushing buttons. You cycle through all the camera feeds on the monitors, and everything is whatever that word is. I don't know what that word is. Oh, copacetic. Until you hit the party rooms. Isn't that a word Vanessa used in the FNAF movie? Copacetic? Pretty sure she said that when she was talking to Mike after first meeting him and finding out his arm was bleeding. What the? You lean closer to the jittery videos. Oh, you lean closer to the jittery screen. A table and chairs have been overturned in the party room too, and there's a large dark puddle on the floor. Ew. The window in the far wall is broken. A crushed paper party hat lies in the hallway outside. This is why we don't have more windows. Everyone always wants to schedule their parties in party room 2 because it has one of the few windows in the restaurant. But the moment you saw it, you knew it was a big security risk. Kids are always breaking it on a dare, though no one has ever gotten inside before. Someone has to clean up that mess in party room 2. You put your fingers on your nose. Not it, you say. You sigh. The security job has more janitorial duties than you expected. You need supplies from the closet in the west hall to mop the floor and board up the window. You should locate the intruder before they break anything else or get themselves hurt. Head to supply closet, check the west hall camera, check the supply closet camera. Let's check the west hall real quick. You pull up the feed on the west hall before you go out there. It shows the long corridor leading to the dining area, with the supply closet door on the left. There are several new children's drawings taped on the wall to your left, but they're unsettling images of children with fat teardrops falling from their eyes. Oh, that's the hallucination. Some of the kids have X's for eyes. I remember that. You stutter. Or shudder, not stutter. Kids can be so creepy. Even your own daughter used to draw pictures when she was younger that seemed innocent to her, but felt more like threats, like when she drew you without your head for some reason. Saying that it was resting, or the drawing of the two of you eating pancakes where she was passing you a fork by stabbing it into your side. Adorable. They're just drawings though. They don't have to mean anything, right? You're about to get up and head to the supply closet when the light at the far end of the hall flickers and the camera goes fuzzy. They need to get an electrical engineer in here before the place gets another health code violation. As you watch the supply closet door opens, Bonnie steps out. You cover your mouth with a hand. Bonnie walks away toward the dining area. That was a close call, but it should be safe for now. for a while. Hurry to the supply closet. It's the only option. Still no viewers, wow. You open the supply closet in the West Hall and yelp when something reaches out of the darkness. It hits you in the face and you jerk backward. The wooden handle of a mop falls and clatters hollowly on the black and white tiled floor. You chuckle and look up at the security camera in the hall. You flash it a V sign with your fingers and then stoop to pick up the mop and return it to the bucket. Gradually, your racing pulse returns to normal. You have two big jobs ahead of you in Party Room 2. You have to clean up the spill and broken glass, and board up the window. Everything you need is right here, but you can't carry all the supplies with you. You'll have to make 2 trips, but you're not sure which task you should complete first. Clean up the spill and broken glass, board up the window. Let's board up the window, shall we? I feel like that's the easier option. Your first priority as a night watchman is to keep Freddy Fazbear secure and protect the animatronics, though you aren't sure how much protection they need. You'd better make sure no one else can sneak into the restaurant in the night. You pick up a hammer and swing it around experimentally. It's no Mjolnir of Thor. That's funny. A Marvel reference, what the heck. But you already feel a little safer. You grab a box of nails and a pile of wooden planks that are just the right size and set off for the party rooms. That's hilarious. There's a Marvel reference in the FNAF book. Really? So Marvel lore is canon. That's hilarious. What a mess. You step into Party Room 2 with dread settling in your chest. There's a wide, dark pool of liquid on the floor, and the pane from the window on the far side of the room is gone. Broken glass is everywhere. The shards on the floor twinkle in the moonlight coming through the open window. It's kind of pretty despite the circumstances. A cool draft from the window brings the scent of something sharp and metallic. You flip on the light and see the puddle is red and vicious. That's a lot of tomato sauce, you think hopefully. But when you kneel to investigate more closely, you know it's blood. You gag and run to the window to throw up. The fresh air wafting inside settles your stomach. You've never noticed before how bad this place smells all the time, like greasy old pizza and sweat and sometimes rotting meat. And now blood? Human blood? An animal must have gotten in, you say aloud as if that would make it true. Whatever it was, it's gone. One way or another, you just have to worry about keeping anyone else out. You place a plank over the window and are about to hammer in the first nail when you hear strains of music coming from the dining area. It's getting louder. Try to board up the window quickly. Listen and wait. Climb out of the window. I think that'll get me fired, so probably not a good idea to climb out of the window. But I honestly kind of want to see what happens. You climb out of the broken window, and a shard of glass slices your palm open, and you drip blood all the way around the restaurant to the parking lot. You get into your car and drive home. You're home early, so your daughter is still sound asleep. You sit in her room listening to her breathe until the sun rises, thinking, worrying. You abandon your shift. You know what that means. Don't bother coming back. Do not pass. Go. Do not collect your final paycheck. Monopoly reference. You're ashamed that after a flawless career at Freddy's, it's come to this. You're alive, but you're a coward. As the days pass, you think you might even be worse than a coward. You're a killer, or a killer, or at least incredibly indirectly responsible for the deaths of innocents. Is that a Purple Guy reference? William Afton? The new reports a series of missing children over the last few nights since you escaped from Freddy's, since something else has also escaped with you. 4 kids have disappeared so far, and when you do a little detective work, you determine their houses are all in a line from the pizza place. A line leading to your house. Uh-oh. Not only am I gonna get fired, but there's an animatronic after me? Oh, on the 5th night outside Freddy's, you find yourself confronting your daughter in her room while the animatronics try to get into your house, wreak havoc and revenge, and get your daughter. Wow. How incredibly dark. That is crazy. What? Well, now we gotta go back. Oh, and check the cameras for intruders. I didn't even see that one. Let's go back to where we were. Believe I checked the West Hall camera. Then I had to hurry to supply closet. Board up the window. First priority is the night watchman. Yeah, I remember reading that. Alright, here we go. If you climb out the window. Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna go well. We died. Try to board up the window quickly. Wait and listen. Let's wait and listen. Music of unknown origin in the middle of the night feels ominous. Right now isn't the time to move or make noise. You tiptoe to the open door of Party Room 2 and grip the handle of the hammer tightly as you listen. You've heard this song before. It's a march, played on a music box or something. As far as you're aware, none of the animatronics have a built-in music box, though you think you've seen one over by the prize counter. The music comes closer and closer. Then it moves past the party rooms and fades. You risk a peek around the open doorway and see Freddy Fazbear walking away, microphone in hand. You choke back and gasp. This is the first time you've seen Freddy out like this, on his own. You are beginning to wonder if he'd ever step off the stage. Now you're worried about what finally drew him out. At least he's gone for now. You board up the window quickly, straining to hear whether Freddy or any of the others are approaching. Now that the task is done, there's still all that blood to clean up. So much blood. Wait, oops, wrong thing. There we go. But you've also been away from the cameras for too long. Maybe you should go swing by the security office first to check in. Turn to security office, go to supply closet. Both are risky, but at least in the security office we'll be safe. We have the doors. Freddy went towards the show stage on the west end of the dining area, so you stick to the east side. You plan to return to the security office via the east hall before continuing on to the supply closet to finish your task for the night. But as you pass the kitchen, you think again about the intruder who broke into the party room and lost a lot of blood. The only place they could be hiding is in the kitchen. Since the camera is only transmitting audio, it's on your way, maybe you should duck in there to check things out. Stop in the kitchen. I mean, I'm pretty sure Chica would be in there, so let's just go straight to the security office, honestly. You make it back to the security office without encountering any more animatronics, but you don't get comfortable. You can't stay long with that bloody mess in Party Room 2, but there's always time to sweep the cameras for trouble. Freddy is missing from the stage, but Bonnie and Chica are back there already. Chica has stains around her mouth, but the black and white video makes it hard to identify what it is. Could be frosting from the cupcake she found in the kitchen? Yeah, that must be what it is. Even Foxy is still hiding out in Pirate Cove. This night has been feeling off, and you reason it's because it's the first night Freddy has gone wandering. It's possible the other animatronics are lying low tonight to give him some room to explore. They're not afraid of him, are they? You can't pick up Freddy on any of the cameras, but you do hear music playing in the kitchen. It's a popular spot tonight. You slip the water pistol into... What? Oh, wait, oops. What did I do? Let's see, popular spot tonight. Alright, here we go. Satisfied that you're taking only a minimal risk as long as you steer clear of Freddy's music, you stop by the supply closet for a second time tonight. You grab a mop, some cleaning products, and a bucket. Something rattles inside the bucket. You steel yourself for something traumatic, like a dismembered body part or a small dead animal, and look inside. A pink water pistol is at the bottom of the bucket. It's the kind of toy they gave away at the prize counter if you turned in enough tickets. A cheap toy that probably won't work right and will cease working completely after playing with it just a few times. You know they buy these things to bulk for pennies and buy these things in bulk for pennies a piece and then make several dollars of profit off them. Finally, I'm armed, you think. You raise the water gun and spin around to aim at the hall outside the closet. Go ahead, make my night, punk. The hall is empty. You probably scared everyone off. You slip the water pistol into a pocket, and even though it's plastic junk, it does make you feel a little safer, which probably says something about how unsafe this whole situation really is. Add water pistols to your inventory and continue. You hurry back to Party Room 2 to clean up the puddle on the floor. Has dried some, so it hardly even resembles blood anymore as you apply the mop and bleach and add some pine-scented shine to the red and blue tiles. To save yourself some time, you bring the cleaning supplies to the security office with you. The day shift can put them away, and this way everyone will know that you weren't just sitting in front of the screens tonight. You definitely put in a good night's work. Freddy's music starts up again, and it sounds like it's right outside the office, but you can't tell which door it's coming from. It seems to be coming from all around you. You grab the desk clock. It's 5:59 a.m. and back up, looking from one door to the other. You hear laughter and see a light flash on your left. Freddy's on the left, usually comes from the right. Freddy's eyes and mouth are strobing white light, like a... oh, did he run out of power? Like a demented jack-o'-lantern. While the song continues playing as if there's a music box in his head, the song is almost over, and you don't know what will happen then. The clock flips over to 6 a.m., and you immediately hold it out in front of you. It's 6 a.m., Freddy. Go back to your stage, you shout. 6 a.m. To your surprise, the music stops, and Freddy does in fact slink off. You look at the clock in your hands. A makeshift talisman that only works once a night, at a very specific time. The question is, do the animatronics have internal clocks, or could you deter them by simply changing the time on this clock? Ooh, that's a tricky question. Could he trick them? Home again. You stop in the kitchen and wash your hands vigorously under the hottest water you can stand for 2 minutes. And they still don't feel clean. This last night has left a mark on you that you don't think will ever come out. You head to your daughter's room and run into her in the hall, already dressed for school. Your daughter has bags under her eyes. You look at each other for a moment, and then she wraps you in a tight hug. Are you okay? She whispers, her voice trembles. I'm alive, you laugh, but neither of you finds it funny. Are you okay? Why are you up so early? I didn't sleep well. The two of you walk back to the kitchen together. She holds onto your arm. Someone called last night looking for you. Who? When? She didn't say. She called a minute after you left, hoping to catch you. Did she leave a message? She said she would, and then hung up. There wasn't a very good connection. Huh. If it's important, she'll call back. You don't feel up to making breakfast, and your daughter doesn't seem up to eating much. So you pour 2 bowls of sugary cereal. I'm glad you're home, she says. Me too. Can I skip school? I want to hang out with you. You're tempted, but she needs to go to class. That's what kids do, right? Just like you have to work. I don't think so. Not today, sweetie. I need to sleep anyway. Go ahead, I just want to be around you. Staring at me while I sleep? Sounds creepy. You wink, and you both laugh. And just like that, whatever has been haunting you lifts, and memories of the awful night fade away. Tell you what, you can stay home if you tidy your room. It's getting to be a mess, and I'm done cleaning up after other people. No deal. You smirk. Oh wait, that was her saying that. I thought he said that. Wait. Oh yeah, she did. That was us. No deal, you smirk. Thought so. So bring me any souvenirs, she asks as she ties her shoes. I did find a couple of things lying around. Hold up, I just gotta pause for a moment. Cleaning your room to stay home from school sounds like a dream come true. Just saying, I would definitely take cleaning my room over going to school, unless if her room's like an absolute mess. I wonder if it said in previous nights if her room is an absolute mess or not. I just didn't remember. Whatever. I did find a couple things lying around. An image of the large bloody puddle pops into your mind. Your breakfast starts to come back up, but you swallow it down. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Dad? What's wrong? Tonight was a lot. I'll tell you about it later. Never. Here's your prize for being Daughter of the Month. I'm gonna give him the squirt gun, aren't I? You reach into your bag. If you have the golden ring and want to hand it to her, if you have the Mr. Cupcake and want to hand it to her, if you have the water pistol and want to hand it to her, if you flash her a thumbs up and send her off to school. Let's give her a thumbs up. I feel like the water pistol will actually come in handy somehow. Alright, that's the end of that. Well, chat, that's Five Nights at Freddy's interactive novel the week before, night 3. See you guys for night 4, hopefully tomorrow night. I'm trying my best to get these done, I really am. I know I'm doing them like every 2 weeks or so, or even like monthly, but I'm really, like, I want to do them nightly, I do, it's just, I'm a very busy man, is the best way to put it. Anyways, bye all my fellow gamers.